Hey, Dad.
Hey, bud, how's it going?
Good, but I got in trouble at school today.
Really? It's the last week. What could you have possibly done?
Well, the teacher asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up, and I said I wanted to be a farmer. She says, a farmer? What do you know about farming? And then I said, well, I know how to get 500 old cows into a barn. And she says, oh, yeah? How do you do that? And then I said, hey, listen, it's easy. Just put up a bingo sign. Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
I got a joke.
What's that?
What do you see when the Pillsbury Doughboy bends over?
What do you see when the Pillsbury Doughboy bends over?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Donuts.
Hey, Jeremy, you want to hear a joke?
Yeah, let me hear it.
Why does Barbie never get pregnant?
I have no idea why.
Because Ken comes in a different box.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Well, this girl wants to go out with me, and I said, no, I don't really want to. And she says, why not? And then I said, relationships to me is kind of like chunky people. She says, chunky people? What? And then I said, hey, listen, they usually don't work out. Dad.
Yeah, bud.
I have to tell you something.
What's going on?
Well, I was riding my new bike down the street, and the policeman on the horse stopped me. And he said, did you get that from Santa? And then I said, yes, sir. And then he said, well, you have to tell Santa that you need a license plate on that, because now I'm going to have to give you a ticket. And while he's handing me the ticket, I said, did you get that horse from Santa? And then he says, yes, sir. And then I said, well, you have to tell Santa that the pecker goes on the bottom, not on the top. Hey, Dad.
Hey, bud, I was fooled today.
Good, but I tried to pick up this girl from Texas.
How'd that go?
Well, she told me she's way too old for me. And I said, hey, listen. Cowgirls are like cow pies. The older they are, the easier they are to pick up. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud.
I got in trouble at school today.
What happened?
Well, the teacher brought out 2 cups. Then in 1 cup, she put water. Then in the second cup, she put whiskey. Then she brought out 2 worms. She put one in each cup. The one in the water kept swimming around, but the one in the whiskey died. Teacher says, Dami, what did we learn from this? I said, hey, listen. What I learned was that if you drink whiskey, you won't get worms.
Johnny was getting into the shower. Little Susie was getting out. Well, just as she was getting out, she hears the doorbell ring. So she quickly grabs a towel, wraps it around herself, and starts walking down the steps. Well, she opens up the door, and there stands Tony, little Johnny's best friend. And he looks her up and down. He says, little Susie, I probably shouldn't say this or do this, but I will give you $500 if you drop that towel right now. Well, she smiles and drops the towel. Stands there like this for about 15 seconds. Picks up the towel, wraps it around herself, and snatches that $500 and slams the door. Starts walking up the steps, and she's trying to think about how she's going to tell little Johnny about what just happened. And she opens up the door, and he says, well, I heard the doorbell ring. Who was that? She says, oh, it was Tony. He goes, oh, great. He said, did that bastard give you that $500 that he owes me?
Hey, John, want to hear a joke?
Yep.
So the teacher was trying to teach the kids proper table etiquette, and she says, all right, boys, if you were out to dinner with a beautiful young lady, how would you excuse yourself to go to the restroom? Little Jimmy says, well, I'd say, excuse me, I got to go take a piss. She says, that's terrible. That's no way you should talk to a woman. Little Billy said, I would say, excuse me, I have to go pee. Teacher says, well, that's better, but that's not the way that you do it either. Little Johnny, how would you excuse yourself? Little Johnny says, I would say, excuse me, miss. I have to go shake hands with a very good friend of mine who I'm hoping to introduce you to later.